Welcome to art class. Today we're doing a project called Line Codes. We're going to be talking about a bunch of different lines and how to create them. We're talking about folding paper as well as drawing lines, and specifically we're talking about how fun it can be to draw lines that symbolize certain parts of yourself. So, either on the computer or in front of you, you have a piece of paper with a whole bunch of pictures and some words around them. What this is basically a code sheet. If you see, like one of them says you can wink, if you can wink, and here's a picture to help, you are going to draw a orange spiral. Some other ones are, if you like chocolate ice cream, you're going to draw a blue arch. All of these are going to symbolize some parts of you. Some are very specific, like if you have a sister or a brother, or if you have an E in your name. Other ones are your interests. So if you love art class, if you play a musical instrument, if you love to read, all of those things. If your favorite food is pizza, mine's mac and cheese, so I might not draw a yellow Zig Zag. But let's take a moment and draw lines that symbolize us by these codes. So let's begin with that first. As I draw, I chose to draw a pink zigzag line for the sister that I have. I have a little sister, so I'm going to draw one pink zigzag line. Notice I'm drawing it nice and big, and I'm drawing it across my paper. There is no right way to do this. As long as you're making these lines nice and big, you can draw them wherever you want. So I know that I can tie my shoes. So I'm going to grab my purple crayon, and maybe I want to cross this line. I'm going to flip my paper so it goes like this. I want my purple arch and an arch is kind of a half circle line or a rainbow line. I'm going to have it go right across my pink zigzag line. Sometimes I like to draw over the line I already drew to make sure it's nice and dark. And I'm going to keep on drawing. I want to fill my entire paper with these lines that symbolize me. I also have been to the beach. I love going to the beach. I'm going to draw some spirals. A spiral is another word for a curl or a curly line. And I'm drawing a few of them. I love going to the beach. And I'm drawing it right over my other purple line. All right, so now I have a paper filled with crazy lines, but it symbolizes me because I can look at this paper and I can read it like a code. So friends, when you're done with this, we're actually doing another line activity today. So for our second part of class today, we're making a line sculpture. And what that means is we're going to take strips of paper that already look like a line, and we're going to make them 3D. So we're going to do something very similar to what we did with this assignment, with those lines that matched up to a code about ourselves. We're going to do something similar, but we're going to make it 3D or three-dimensional. So we're going to make it pop out. So I'm still going to have this off to the corner, and we're still going to use this code sheet. We're still going to make sure that all of our lines symbolize ourself. Now, for my friends at home, if you don't have colored paper, I know that's kind of unusual to have in normal households, you are going to take a blank piece of paper, just a copy piece of paper, and cut some stripes. All I'm doing is driving my scissors up the side. You can either make a long piece, doesn't have to be perfect, going up and down or side to side. The ones that we're working with in class are a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead and chop my paper up. And I'm going to put those off to the side. I'm going to show you both with the colored paper and the white paper, and I'll show you how we do this folding stuff. So with my code sheet close by, I now have a base for my sculpture. So where my lines are going to sit on, this is important. For my friends in class, we are working on black paper, a black square paper. But of course, if you're at home, you can use a white piece of paper. Now, I'm going to put this off to the side. I am going to use the black paper for this video so you can see these lines a lot better. But again, you can absolutely use that white paper. Or any magazines even if you'd like to cut those up. When you look at the code sheet, we're still going to use the same types of lines. So, I see zigzag, I see spiral, I also see the word arch. How do we make these 3D? We've already drawn them. It's time to think about making those in real life. Let's start with the zigzag. When we look at a zigzag, let's do the orange zigzag. What I'm going to do is create that zigzag 3D line. Oh. My glue stick was underneath there. There we go. And when we do that, I'm going to practice on this white piece, and then I'll show you on the other long piece. I take one side of my long strip and I pinch it. I take the middle-ish and I start to fold downwards. I want to kind of create a foot. So where my line will be sitting on the ground. From there, you are going to pinch and keep making that Z shape or the zigzag shape. So again, I fold down like that and I pinch, fold the other way and pinch, other way and pinch, and another way and pinch. I want to leave some space on the top because remember, we need a little foot. So I'll make a little foot here. Pinch. Now I have this foot. Ooh, and I have this foot. But I've also created a zigzag line. If I put it in front of the black, you can see it a lot better. It's almost like an accordion or a crunchy French fry. There we go. So with our 2 feet, here I gotta bend that guy a little bit, we are going to glue this down still so it's popping out of the paper. So I have my glue stick. I'm going to take it, take the cap off, give it a few clicks so I can see some of the glue is peeking out, not too much, just like chapstick. I'm going to take that foot, remember the little foot, and I'm going to rub, 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 at least 3 swipes. I did a couple more because I want to make sure it is stuck, that he's not going anywhere. and I'm going to position it. I'm going to put it anywhere. I'm going to put it towards the middle. It's my first line. And I want you to press that foot down for at least 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I know he is stuck and he's not going anywhere, which is good. So this guy, I now have to connect him. So I'm going to make sure that that foot, I'm going to have it going long ways. You could make it, let me show you a different angle. Put Mr. Glue down. You can make it taller by pinching it closer together, or you can make it longer and closer to the ground by gluing it further away. That is up to you. But if I make it taller, I could maybe fit another piece of paper underneath. If I make it longer, I can maybe make one up above it. So we're going to start to build upon this, and it's going to start to get really cool looking. There's going to be a ton of colors. So I'm going to glue this guy down over here. Remember, 5 counts. A 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if you're thinking, okay, Miss Angie, I have a whole bunch of white paper, but it's just not going to look as cool as if I colored it, and also I have all of these other colors over here that the code is telling me to use, no problem. If you have crayons, you can color your white strips of paper, or you could even make a fun design. So if I grab another one, maybe I do want to draw another one for that sister that I have. You can either draw the zigzag line across your white cut paper, or you can flip it and color the whole thing. But I already have a zigzag, so how about for this pink strip of paper that we have created with a crayon, how about we now talk about how to do a spiral? And that spiral is just like a curl. I'm going to pinch and kind of tuck in one of the ends of the paper, and I twist, and I twist. And see how I am just using my fingers ever so lightly. I don't want to pinch it totally close, or else it's going to just become a long fold and not that circle-y spiral that we want. So gently rolling it. I roll and I roll. If it starts to kind of peek out one of the sides, just push it in. Kind of like a carpet. Oh, and we're getting to the end. So remember, I want a little foot. So I'm going to leave this out, give it a little pinch. We do want to pinch this side. So I'm going to hold it by the foot, and when I let go, and you can kind of fluff it a little bit. How cute! All right, let's glue it down. With this, there's only one place to glue it down, so you can put it anywhere you'd like. If you want him to go underneath, you can. You can put him maybe closer to the edge. I'm going to put him right on the corner up here, because I know I've got more coming. The arch. So here, I pinch one side, I go all the way to the other for the arch, and I pinch the other side. So now, he's got a foot and a foot. And when I glue him down, I pinch, and here's my arch. It almost looks like a horseshoe, or an upside down letter U. Again, I put some glue on the foot. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go a little bit quicker so you can see how to make the sculpture. And don't forget that code sheet. I kind of went off track because I wanted to show you guys how to make certain things, but follow that code sheet. So there we are. We have our paper line sculpture from our codes. So what you should have in front of you is something that looks a little personal because it's all of the things about you, but in kind of code. So it's like a hidden self-portrait. Also, it should kind of look like a really fun, crazy playground going on with all of those crazy line strips bent and folded and curled. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I can't wait to see your assignment posted on Schoology under the discussion board. If you need help to post the video or picture onto the discussion board, just go to the video that I posted about uploading. Happy creating, and I'll see you soon.